Hi everyone, Rose here from Prepper Kiwi. Today I am planting potatoes. August is a really good month for planting potatoes, so I have two varieties here. A Rua potato, which is a main crop variety, and a Purple Passion potato, which is an early to main crop variety. What you'll need for planting potatoes is a spade and a tub if you want to store the dirt separately off the garden bed, as well as gloves and also some extra sheet pellets and compost. So what I'm doing here is just digging a nice deep long trench. As you can see, the soil is nice and loose. That's how you want it. I only just fixed the soil a couple of days ago. It's got sheet pellets and compost already in it. However, seeing as I don't know what used to be growing in this bed, I'm going to be adding some extra sheet pellets before I put the potatoes in. The reason I'm putting my soil into a separate tub is just because I want to use as much space as possible in this veggie bed. It's not very big, and when you pile the soil up next to the trench like most people do, it just means that it's taking up space where you could potentially plant something else. So the reason I am planting two types of potatoes is because I want to have some ready in time for my Christmas lunch, which is a tradition of mine that I've had for many years. So the potatoes that I'm going to be planting in my first trench here are the Rua potato. They are a main crop variety, which means that they take in between 130 to 160 days before they're ready. Main crop potatoes are really good in most soil types. They're less fussy. This particular crop is good for roasting and boiling, and they keep really well if you want to store them long term. With main crop potatoes, the stalks or the shoots usually die off before they're ready to be harvested. So I finished digging my trench, and I'm going to add some extra sheet pellets because I just want there to be as much organic matter as possible. Potatoes really thrive on plenty of organic matter. When you're putting the potatoes in the ground, make sure that they do have shoots on them already. As you can see from these ones in the video, they've got some nice shoots on them. So those are ready to go into the ground. They should be the shoots should be sort of around 2 centimeters or something like that. They need to be sort of spread out about 25 centimeters or so between them, just to give them space to grow and produce even more potatoes. And when you put them in the ground, always make sure that the shoot is facing up towards the sky. Now that my potatoes are all in the trench and neatly spaced out, I'm going to start adding some soil on top to cover them. As you can see, there's still a couple of potatoes left in my tub. I probably could put these in as well, but they didn't have any shoots on them, and it's better to have the potatoes spaced out a bit more. So I'm just going to put those back into my cupboard and wait for them to grow shoots, and then I can put those into the ground when they're ready. So all you have to do is put a very thin layer of soil on top of the potato. Make sure that it's covered so that the sunlight can't get to the actual potato. Now the second lot of potatoes that I'm going to plant on the other side of the garden are called Purple Passion. These are early to main crop potatoes, which means that they take about 70 to 80 days before they're ready for harvest. Those will be my Christmas potatoes. So I'm quite excited about growing those. I've never grown Purple Passion before. Cool, so now I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the other side of the garden, but with my Purple Passion potatoes instead.